Now, flashcards have a love or hate relationship with many, and you might have heard that flashcards aren't effective for learning because they simply teach memorization. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is not true. It's not that flashcards are ineffective, but it's simply how you use flashcards that can become ineffective. It has been proven that flashcards can be very effective, especially when teaching recognition and vocabulary. You have to make flashcards really fun and entertaining so it doesn't seem like a child's just sitting there memorizing a letter. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make flashcards come to life with 12 really fun, hands-on, exciting flashcard games. Hey fun people! Welcome back to Everything Aja. If you're new here, hi, my name is Aja. Here on Everything Aja, I help parents and teachers just like you prepare children for academic success the fun way. So if you're into teaching your child the fun way, then make sure that you like, subscribe, and click the bell. So today I'm going to show you 12 really fun letter flashcard games, and you can certainly play these games and use number flashcards or even sight word flashcards. So today we're going to do alphabet flashcard games, okay? Now you're able to purchase a flashcard kit that I will be using in today's video. Down below in the description, I actually have the link, and I also have the link to this pack below that is specially designed for my toddler girls. Now, I don't know if you've heard in some of my other videos, but before we get started with the games, I must tell you that these flashcards are also included in my Ultimate Learning Bundle. So if you want to hear more about that, I will be talking about that more at the end of this video. And you also want to make sure that you watch the entire video, because at the end of the video, I will be showing how you can simply laminate these flashcards for only $1. So make sure you stick around all the way to the end of the video, and I will show you what to go purchase. So let's jump into our first game. Now, our first game is called Basket Toss. And in this game, you will need the uppercase and lowercase flashcards, in addition to some baskets and, of course, something to toss. So you can use beanbags or good old balls. In basket toss, you will pull out both the uppercase and lowercase letters of the letters you are working with your children. Then what you will do is go ahead and tape the lowercase flashcard onto each basket. So if you're dealing with 5 letters, of course you're going to need 5 baskets. And then you're going to place them on one side of the room. Each child will then need something to toss, so either a ball or a beanbag. Then you are going to simply say either the sound or say the letter, depending on what you're working with. And then all children have to throw their balls into the designated basket that matches that letter or sound. And of course, whoever the first person is to successfully throw their ball or beanbag into the basket would then get to collect the capital letter flashcard that you have in your hand. And then you're going to continue to do this until you're done with all the letters that match with the baskets. And of course, whichever child collected the most capital letters would win. Now, the really cool thing about all of these flashcard games are that you can do them with a group of kids, or you can do them all with one child. And of course, you guys know I have a 3-year-old, so when we play these games, we play with simply mommy and daughter time. And it's just the 2 of us, so they work just fine. Now, our second game is called the Alphabet Motor Skill Game. And yes, I made that title up. Anyway, so you guys know I'm all about developing fine and gross motor skills because that's a part of readiness. In this game, what you will do is go ahead and take the letters that your children are working with, and then you're going to actually put the letters and spread them across the floor of a room. Then everybody will spread out, and all you're going to do is say a movement and a letter. So you can say hop to R, and everybody must hop to the letter R. The first person that gets to the letter R simply picks up that flashcard and collects it. Now, if you're playing with one child, it's really fun because they get all the letters if they get it right. Then you'll call out another action and another letter. Then all the children will do that action and go to the next letter. So you can say jump to letter M. Now, if you're playing this with only one child, if the child can't recognize that letter, then you can certainly do the movement and beat the child to that letter, thus getting you a letter. So it's almost like child versus mommy. Now, our next game is called the lineup. And this is a really cool solo game. If you have multiple kids, they can do this game together and they'll simply work as one team. With the lineup, you will simply use a stopwatch. So you can use your stopwatch on your phone. And you're going to have all the cards in one pile. When you say go, the child or the team will have to line up all the letters in the alphabet in sequential order. And then once they're all done, you will hit stop. And you're gonna see exactly how long it took them to line up all the letters in the alphabet. The really cool thing about this is you're wanting the kids to continue to do this in different rounds and try to beat their high score. And if you do this game, let me know down below in the comments, what was your child or your teen's high score? I wonder if they could beat me. Now, if you've watched any of my other game videos, then you know I love a good scavenger hunt. So our next game is the alphabet scavenger hunt, of course. And what you're gonna do is simply spread out all the letters that your child already knows. That's the important part. And then you're going to hide those letters. Now you can play the scavenger hunt one or two ways. So I'm gonna break down both ways. The first way you can play the scavenger hunt is by simply making your child find the letters in sequential order. So if your child only knew letters A through H, you would only hide letters A through H and they must find the letters in sequential order. So if the first letter they found was G, they can't pick up G until they find the letter A. Then they have to go find B, C, D. You get the point. Now the second way you can play this game is by hiding the letters that your child knows, of course, and then you give the child one letter to find at a time. So for example, most children learn the letters in their name first, so then you'll simply call out each letter in their name one at a time, and they have to go find that letter. Now in this video, I did a similar scavenger hunt, only I used sticky notes. So if you don't have flashcards and want to use sticky notes, I suggest you check out that video because I show another way that you could play that game. All right, so game number 5. Y'all remember that song, Bombo number 5? That came out, I'm not even gonna tell y'all how old I was when that song came out, but that was a nice song, by the way. Anyway, so coming in at game number 5 is called Match. Yes, and of course your child is going to play Match. Like, do you guys remember playing the memory game? So what you will do is gather the capital and lowercase flashcards of the letters your child knows. Then you're going to mix those flashcards up and then place them on the floor face down. You will take turns with your child, or the children will take turns with each other, and during each person's turn they will simply turn over 2 flashcards, and the object of the game is to try to be the one that matches the capital and lowercase letters, and they must say the letter in order to collect that letter. Of course, whoever collects the most pairs of letters will win. This is another game I would love to see you beat me at. And I also like to play where if a person gets a pair, then they get to go again. And clearly, everybody would rotate clockwise, taking turns. The next game is called the Circle Grab. And this game is really fun if you have a bunch of children, but if you just have one child, I would love to see you have your child sit in a circle with all their stuffed animals or Barbie dolls. Make them feel like they're in a classroom of sort. Anyways, what you're gonna do is have everybody in a circle, right? And in the center of the circle, you are going to go ahead and place some flashcards facing up that each child knows. Now in this game, you're going to match the letter sound with the actual letter. All you are gonna do is call out a sound. So you would say B. And each child must be the first one to try to find the B flashcard that's facing face up. Of course, whoever gets the flashcard first gets to collect the flashcard, and then you'll go to the next sound. And of course, just like with these other games, whoever collects the most flashcards wins. Now, if you're playing with just one child, if they can't recognize that flashcard, then go ahead and leave the flashcard in the game and go to the next sound. And then you can try to come back to that sound a little bit later to see if they recognize that letter. If not, then that letter becomes your letter, and then a score for mommy. All right, so game number 7 is called the secret letter. In the secret letter, it is your job to figure out which letter you are. So in the secret letter, what you're gonna do is one person would close their eyes. Now, I would try to have you go first because you're the one that knows the directions. Anyways, so one person closes their eyes and everybody else will choose one flashcard. That flashcard or that letter becomes the secret letter. It is your job, or whoever has their eyes closed, to figure out which flashcard that everybody just picked. And you do this by simply asking yes or no questions. That's all you can ask. Yes or no. And you'll continue to ask yes or no questions until you figure out the secret letter. Dun, dun, dun. Is the letter before H?
No.
Is the letter after O?
No.
Is the letter a consonant?
Yes.
Is the letter before N?
Before M?
Yes.
No.
Is the letter N?
Yes.
Set you up for that.
No.
So coming in at game number 8, we have a game called Mates. Hey. Y'all, I'm like the next Dr. Seuss. Anyways, now with Mates, I will say that this is probably one of the only games that you must have more than just 2 people playing the game. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna have the same number of flashcards as you do people. And you're probably going to want to make sure you have an even number of people because you're going to need an even number of flashcards. And then you're going to grab a capital and lowercase letter, enough to match as many players are playing. So for example, if you have 10 people playing, you will choose 5 letters and grab both the capital and lowercase flashcards of 5 letters. Then you will mix up those flashcards and pass out one flashcard to everybody. Then each person must secretly figure out who their mate is by only asking yes or no questions, just like in the last game, until everybody has found their mate. Once you have a pair of mates, they can go ahead and sit down until everybody has found their mate. Game number 8 is called Mates. Alright, let's get into game number 9. Now coming in at game number 9, we have tic-tac-toe, and this will be a really good game just to play with one child or to have 2 children playing against each other. Anyways, what you're gonna do is have a tic-tac-toe board. You can be boring and do this on a sheet of paper, or you can be fancy and do this with styrofoam cups, okay? Anyways, however you want to play tic-tac-toe, you'll have a tic-tac-toe board, and then you're going to put all the flashcards in one pile. Now, once all the flashcards are in one pile, you'll simply flip over the first card on the pile, and whoever states that letter first, they get to go on the tic-tac-toe board. Each person will be assigned an X or O, and then you will simply flip over the first card in the stack of flashcards. Whichever player states that letter first, they get to go. And then you go to the next letter. And you'll continue to do this until somebody gets 3 in a row, either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. This also means that one person, if they're really good at letter recognition, can go multiple times in a row. That's just a part of the game. Our next game is called Musical Cards. You heard right, not musical chairs, people, musical cards. This is a flashcard game video, okay? What you're gonna do is put everybody into one circle, and just like musical chairs, you're going to play some music. Once you play that music, you're gonna pass around one flashcard, kind of like hot potato. When you pause the song, whoever has that flashcard must state the letter name, the letter sound, and one thing that starts with that letter. So if this stopped on me, I can say ball. And then I get to hold on to this flashcard, and another flashcard will go into rotation. And of course, whoever has the most flashcards wins. If a child does not state all 3 of those things with their flashcard, Then you'll simply continue to play the music, and that flashcard stays in play until you hit pause and another child is successfully able to give you the letter name, the letter sound, and one thing that starts with that letter. Alright, so my next game was one of my kids' favorite game to play in the classroom, and that is I Have Who Has. Let me know down below in the comments, have you ever played I Have Who Has? I love that game. What you're gonna do is gather all the flashcards in the alphabet. Now with this game, you're only gonna need to choose one deck. So either the capital letters or the lowercase letters. Choose one, you can't use both. And what you're gonna do is divide up the entire alphabet amongst everybody that's playing. Everybody won't have the same number of flashcards, and that's okay. As long as everybody has a flashcard or multiple flashcards, you're just gonna simply divide up all the letters. Then what you're gonna do is start off with one person, and they will simply state one letter that they have, and they're gonna say, I have D. Who has Z? And if you're the one with Z, you'll say, I have Z. Who has K? Then the person with K says, I have K. Who has, y'all get the point. Once each letter is called, you'll simply remove that flashcard from the game by simply, putting it behind your back or just hiding it. And then you continue to do this until all the letters in the alphabet have been said. Now, to get kids adjusted to playing this game, I suggest you starting at the letter A and ending with Z and going in sequential order, and that way everybody gets accustomed to the game. And then once you have some professionals, then go ahead and mix up the letters.
I have G. Who has H?
I have H. Who has I?
I have I. Who has J?
Now, before we get into our last game, if you're getting value out of this video and you're like, oh yes, these are great letter flashcard games, then make sure that you go ahead and like this video down below. Click that thumbs up button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not a member of the community yet. And then down below in the comments, I want you to tell me which flashcard game are you dying to play, or which flashcard game did you already play? And also introduce yourself down below in the comments. I love interacting with you guys. And don't forget to download and purchase this beautiful flashcard pack. I have the links down below in the comments and also down below in the description. And don't forget, right after this last game, I'm going to tell you what you need to go buy at the Dollar Tree to make your flashcard very durable. Alright, so our last game is called Goldfish. And you might have remembered this game from when we were little kids, but we are doing this flashcard alphabet style, okay? Now, in order to play Goldfish alphabet flashcard style, you will need both the capital and lowercase letters. Go ahead and shuffle them and kind of mix them up, and then deal everybody 5 cards. Once everybody has 5 cards, of course, the object of the game is to be the one that collects the most matches. Of course, you're matching the capital and lowercase letter. So when it's your turn, you will simply ask, hey you, do you have an R? If they have an R, then you grab the R and then you'll put down your match face up. If they don't have an R, they'll say go fish, and then you have to pick up a flashcard from the pile. And once one person doesn't have any cards left in their hand, the game is officially over. And then everybody counts up how many matches they received, and the person that matched the most flashcards wins. Also, I mentioned earlier about my Ultimate Learning Bundle that these flashcards are included, and in that Ultimate Learning Bundle, you not only have these really cool flashcards, but you also have this wonderful learning board cutout, in addition to my interactive binder, in addition to on-screen games on both letter recognition and number recognition, and even shapes. You even have these really cool printables that your child can do that even goes over letters with their dot markers. It even has these really cool Play-Doh mats and more. I could talk about this learning bundle all day long, but I want you to check it out for yourself. So make sure that you click the link down below in the description. I must say, if you haven't already, make sure that you hit the little like button down below. And if you're not a member yet, then make sure that you subscribe. and also introduce yourself down below in the comments. Alright, so as promised, I'm going to show you exactly what you can go purchase at the Dollar Tree to make your flashcards last a long time, okay? And you'll simply need to go pick up these Jot laminating sheets. At my Dollar Tree, they come 3 for $1. So to do the whole alphabet, you'll spend about $9. Now, of course, in my flashcard bundle, you actually have uppercase and lowercase letters. So if you wanted to laminate all of them, you can do that just under $20. And if you're on a budget and want to figure out how to laminate both for $9, you can simply put the flashcards back to back and then laminate them. However, remember, you may not be able to play some of the games. And now that you have some really fun alphabet flashcard games, and you even know what to go buy at the Dollar Tree, and you're gonna go download the wonderful learning bundle or just the flashcards, then you're gonna wanna know what to do with all this stuff. So make sure you check out this video where I give you even more